end up governing with whom after Sunday's election. Germany's smaller parties are all doing well, so there's a lot of potential for coalition building. But the pro-business Free Democrats have already nailed their colours to the mast. They say they'll only work with Angela Merkel's Conservatives.
The programs of the SPD and the Greens will only place further burdens on the German people. So we Free Democrats will not help them to get a majority, and I will stand by that.
The Greens have also been unequivocal. If the CDU and FDP can't get a majority, the Greens won't jump into a three-way coalition to make up the numbers.
We are definitely not available for a coalition with the FDP and CDU because of what they stand for.
As for the Left Party, well, no one wants to get involved with them, but its leader says he isn't worried.
The other parties know our conditions and are slowly starting to come round.
Lafontaine once led the Social Democrats. Now the Left Party is stealing votes from them. The SPD, in turn, rules out any alliance with the left. Fundamentally opposed is his reaction to the policies of all the other parties. Opinion poll ratings of 11% indicate many Germans support him.
We don't necessarily have to be in government to bring about change. That's one of the common fallacies in politics.
But many voters are annoyed at the blocking tactics used by both left-wing parties.
It's got nothing to do with the political needs of the people.
In spite of winning at least 10% of the vote in the opinion polls, the Greens have little chance of getting back into government. They see their old Social Democrat coalition partners as part of the problem.
I have to say that, of course, we're concerned that the SPD seems to have given up the fight for political change long ago, and instead appears to be getting ready for a possible repeat of their junior role in a grand coalition.
But the Greens aren't just trying to mobilize support against a rerun of the last 4 years. They also want to prevent a coalition between Angela Merkel's CDU and the FDP.
Again, our main goal is to prevent a CDU-FDP coalition, which would then present us with some other possibilities. I think there's a good chance we'll manage that. If we do, then everything's open.
With no clear majorities and a siege mentality between some parties, it's hard for voters to know what to do.
The parties just aren't making any decisions. They're leaving their options open. And you can't really believe even those who say, we won't enter a coalition with so-and-so. After the election, it'll suddenly be a different story.
But Guido Westerwelle insists the FDP won't change tack and only want to govern in coalition with the CDU. Surveys give the FDP 14% of the vote, making it the strongest of the smaller parties. But the CDU has slipped slightly, so Westerwelle's all-or-nothing bet could be risky, but he's undaunted.
First and foremost, we're the only economically liberal centrist party. It's only in a secondary sense that we see ourselves as a partner in the coalition we're now aiming for with the CDU.
But not everyone in the FDP thinks it's a wise move. They say that with 5 parties in Germany, new alignments always have to be possible.
We are perhaps still a little bit too ideological. We maybe need to be a little more pragmatic in dealing with the problems that this world poses and that we have to solve together.
Otherwise, the small parties could once again end up in opposition despite success at the ballot box. Then Germany would see a repeat of the Grand Coalition and more of the same from the Chancellery.